because you are in a business that you're supposed to be. For one, you should be already trained to handle each customer the way they want to be handled accordingly. Exactly. So if you chop somebody up, man, and then the customer be like, yo, my man, I'm not paying for this. Yo, you should, in my early days, I think one of the first haircuts I gave, man, the dude was like, yo, my man, like you just chop my shit up, bro. Like, I can't, he said, the only reason why I'm not really mad is because you seem like a nice kid, but go find you something to do until you get ready to come back up in here type of shit. Like, he was real cool about it, man, you know what I mean? And I felt, I got fired that day. I'll never forget Buster, this kid called Village Barbershop, over on Murdoch. Shout out to my man Buster, because I think he's still rocking. And I appreciated that, because me getting kicked, I thought I was nice. I'm in my basement cutting dudes on a barber chair. I'm in the barber stool. You know what I mean? I got everything, one clipper. But when I got into that barber shop, man, it was another world for me, man. And it woke me up quick. So from that point on, I made sure that I would at least try my damnness not to. Go right back to the drawing board and learn what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? Don't go up in there,
thinking you nice.
Yeah.
A lot of pride.
You ain't gonna drive no Uber cab if you ain't got your driver's license. That ain't what you're gonna do.
I was gonna ask that too. Like, how much is it about the cut versus the experience? He could have a beautiful experience sitting in the chair talking to you.
Sometimes you get that, man.
Chop up the cut.
Sometimes, well, for one, like I said, there should be no chopping of the cut. You know what I mean? The cut should be right. It may not be perfect. You may have a little, part where you didn't do the job at hand, but that shit, I don't feel like I do that. I think I come across. Or I've been cutting hair for a while, so I shouldn't have to go through all that. But new barbers, don't feel bad if if it don't come out the right. But if you treat the customer kind and respectful and even acknowledge the fact that, yo, my man, sometimes they'll pay that. I mean, they'll let that rock. I mean, the barber, like when I first started, like the cats I was cutting, man, I never forget, man. My man Chief, God bless his days, one of my first customers. I used to give him a decent cut at best, but he kept coming back to me because I was young in the game, and he just liked my style, and he kept coming back, and he was one of my customers forever. You know what I mean? Right. So he passed on, God rest his soul. But
so basically, he wanted you to learn.
I guess, he just felt comfortable in the environment that I set. You know what I mean? That's one thing I've always had is my barbershops, and anybody can attest to this. My barbershop has always been a nice setting. It was never really no rah-rah. I never was that barber that was trying to hustle on the side inside my shop. It just was straight haircuts, and that's it. You know what I mean? And I always kept it like that. Yeah. I would never, ever try to jeopardize my customers' space. As far as like you doing something illegal inside the shop, anything can jump off, and now you putting people's lives at risk. You got kids up in your shop and stuff like that. Never that. You know what I mean? Not for me.
So what you think about competing barbershops, like right down the block across the street?
I hate it. I really, yeah. Because I mean, it's no benefit to anyone when you open a shop right next to another barbershop. You know what I mean? And it's just not cool. You know what I mean?
Trying to take you out purposely.
I wouldn't say, I don't know whether they're trying to take you out or not, but it's just like, it wouldn't, if it was the drug game, it wouldn't be accepted. You know what I mean? So why should it be accepted in barbering? Like, you would not do that.
But
you wouldn't.
You would have your own clientele, right or wrong?
That's true, but what I'm saying is you don't have to go right in the same, vicinity as the other shop. And what's crazy is, it was by chance, I opened my barber shop across the street from another shop. But what I seen was that was an older shop. Like the cats in there were the guy that owned it was in like his 50s when I was in my 20s when I opened when I first came around here. So I just seen it as a chance to get the younger crowd up in the shop. And I didn't know the brother, and I never, I didn't try to do nothing to harm his car. I didn't go over there passing out business cards in front of him. So I guess it depends on the area.
But you wanted, he was older, and
right.
You wanted the younger crowd.
Right.
But you probably was taking his younger crowd.
I was told, where I came at, the dude that brought me over there told me that it would be a perfect location for a barbershop. And he told me that the barbershop that was over there, the dude was old. And when I came, he hired younger barbers. Because I think he had a few, it was three, mature gentlemen up in there. Right. And when I came, after a couple of weeks of me being there, I think he got 2 younger barbers there. You know what I mean? Then he had like 5 barbers. It was just me and one other dude when I came to my shop. I had 6 chairs and just 2 barbers. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, And like when you asked me that, I had to mention that I did open up a barbershop across the street from another barbershop. So I guess, you know what I mean, I got what I deserve because the cat over the cross street from me too. But the whole thing is they making their money, I'm making my money, paying my bills. You know what I mean? Take vacations, all that. I'm good.
The clientele, you know.
I'm good, but I still wouldn't recommend it though. You know what I mean? If you want to get a barbershop, try to get it where it's needed at. This way you wouldn't have, really have no problems being successful. You know what I mean?
Because what we know as the modern day barbershop today started back then where they used to cut people here where men used to get their nails done, used to get pedicures and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the full service joint. They have that now.
Here there, which birthed the modern day barbershop today. So what do you feel about like more extracurricular, like the limited experience that one may get in your barbershop versus another one that may do facial, nails?
We try to implement that as here as well. Okay. You know what I mean? Even though all the barbers aren't equipped for it, but Terra does it quite good job. Terra the barber does a phenomenal job. He's an internet, Instagram. He's all over sensation. My man is doing his thing, and he got to the game. I don't think he's been in the game over 10 years. He probably been in the game like 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the dude is all over the place with it, man. Yes, respect him, young brother, hungry, all the events. Yeah,
shout out to
Barber TV, word of mother. Kumar, the dude for levels, man. Dude's a G with it.
I don't want to say nothing about him because he might mess up my audience. But
he good,
I
money,
keep
yo.
the laughter. He's a great dude.
He
actually is my barber.
No doubt.
So I mean, if somebody's looking at this and they don't feel I look good, leave a comment. And let me know if I need to switch barbers.
Shit tight.
So let's talk about the grooming tips. Cause I see y'all two got all I got is a little peach fuzz and a mustache. That's all I can get.
Do whatever.
Talk to me about the grooming tips. Do you give tips out? If I want to grow more, you could give me some tips.
Of course.
Shave it all off clean?
I mean, the grow the beard is something that's in your genes. If you ain't, you gotta be genetic. If it ain't happening by the time you in your,
it's hereditary.
Yeah, it's hereditary. Word, you got some cats that just.
It's over.
But I recommend a lot of things to the cats. Yeah, definitely, man. If I feel as though you got some cats that just don't want to understand that you're going bald or you know what I mean. They just say it's over. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that. Like, just give me the invisible line. What the fuck is an invisible line, my man? No, that's extra. But that invisible line, you know what I do? I go right there, give them the line. I see that I can put up in there. There go your invisible line, my man. Yeah.
So let me ask you, because good things don't last forever.
Mm-hmm.
It all has to come to it. And what is the end game? And what would you suggest to a future barber? Because you have these young barbers that some just want to cut.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really look for the end goal. Then you have some, because you give second chances as well as a barber.
Right.
Because some people come from incarceration and can't get in them. Hearing your story so briefly in a little bit of time of giving a quick history rundown, you stuck to it.
Right.
Even when the dude was like, listen, because he basically didn't tell you quit. He just said, listen, excuse my language, get the fuck out of here.
Right. Nah, bro,
keep practicing in your basement. Get better, then get you in the shop.
Right. Yeah, he didn't tell me. I mean, he actually told me, he said, yo, you're not ready,
but he
man.
said it so nice.
Yeah, he gave it to me real. And I knew. I was already packing my shit after the covers over, to be honest with you. I was going to tell him, yo, I'm going to go back and get better. You know what I mean? I'll come see you. But when I did get better, I had the opportunity to have my own shop. You know what I mean? But from his shop, I only worked in the shop for 2 days. That was 2 days I worked in that barber shop, and about, I would say, maybe 6 months later, I had my own shop. You know what I'm saying? Then that was because I was grandfathered there. My godfather owned the shop. He had a stroke and wasn't able to cut anymore, so I was given the shop after him and his landlord worked something out where I could just come in and take over. And I just started from there, and I've been doing it ever since. But I said I had lost feel for it for a while. Just was tired of it, trying to do other things, but I'm still here, man, and
that's what I'm thankful
blessed.
for, because we always talk about bridging the gap between the younger and the older people.
Oh yeah.
And people may look at Cal and be like, why would I want to own a barbershop? It don't look lucrative.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't driving around the Bentley, and why would I want to own a shop?
Oh nah, you could get that.
I mean, what I'm saying is it takes people to have a strong will to stick with something that don't get you the mansion just to have a black-owned business in your neighborhood.
Right.
But he's also was fortunate to be able to bridge the gap because, as you said, your godfather, right?
Right.
Gave him the business.
Yeah. And he's bridging the gap after that. I mean,
so
I think that's the dopest way to go out.
That's anything you do. It ain't just anything you want to do, man. Like I said, all this, everything. But main things for young cats to get a trade, get something that you could do. You know what I mean? Don't just work for whatever company you trying to work for. You know, you can become a bus driver. That's cool and all that. But at the end of the day, I see it. But I hate to see right now a lot of people, especially in my age bracket, is the fact that these cats did they 20, 25 years. Some is like, yo, I got another 5, 6 more years just before I get my retirement. But I see so many of them still working. You know what I mean? Like after you, like when a retirement's supposed to be, I'm putting my legs up and I'm just rocking out, man. Everything, you got to put all that in play. Yeah. So all that working for your working for your pension and your 401k, sometime, I don't know for how much time you put in, at the end of the day, that shit ain't gonna add up. And then it's not even a guarantee that's gonna be there. We don't know what the way the country's being run right now. You don't know what the hell is out there.
Well, to interject on that, planning preparation beats poor performance.
Yeah, what's that, the 5 P's? Or it was something somebody
Hey,
said.
we're gonna make it to 5 P's.
I don't know what it was.
like that,
Preparation,
Cal.
poor performance is 3
Three
Ps.
P. It might sound like,
more to it.
yeah.
So now with the 3 Ps, it goes back into what I said in the beginning.
Yeah.
Plan preparation beats poor performance. So you always have to have an end game, the end goal. What, you know, like he said, working, like you said, working for a company for all these years, and the 401k, you don't know what can happen.
Mm-hmm.
They double your money. It sounds good, but you know, there's so many diseases in the world, sicknesses and things of that nature, where your health could come into play. And as the older you get, your body's a temple. It does fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
So you think you have some money, and then that money is washed up so fast. Just cancer alone.
Mm-hmm.
This is Cancer Awareness Month. Cancer alone can wipe your whole account out. So you
Wipe your whole
always plan for
existence
an
out.
end game, and you know, nothing is sure and guaranteed. Just because it worked for him doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You have to put your effort in it and make sure that you're effortless. You keep going, and don't let nobody tell you can't do it. And you know, and if you really just genuinely suck, then that's what it is.
Nah,
But
well,
it's like this, right? My short lifetime that I've been on this earth, I have heard more people that are barbers wanting to own their own barbershop than a regular person working a 9 to 5. I never saw a person working at McDonald's 5 years say, you know what, I want to own my own McDonald's one day.
it would
But
be.
I hear that from other barbers that cut hair all the time. They said, my goal is to own my own barbershop.
Yeah.
So it tells me that the owner or whoever they studying, whoever's above them, who is teaching them, who's mentoring them, is not holding them prisoner.
Oh, no.
They showing them the game. That's what it tells me. You understand what I'm saying? Like people who work at the airport never say, I want to own my own airlines or plane. I don't hear that type of language. You know?
Well, I mean, you.
Or you work for NTA, I want to run my own bus
But you're
system.
talking about, you're looking at corporate America, and then you're looking at as
What I'm saying is,
entrepreneur.
that's what I'm about to say. Barbers create so much entrepreneurs. It's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a game. So I feel Cal when he said sometimes there was a point where I didn't feel appreciated. Because we don't talk about it enough.
Can I want to touch on that too, because it gets deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people want to own these things, but don't know what it takes to own them. And then and they come in here because you have young barbers that come, and you know what I'm about to explain. They see the free money, and what I mean by free money, no taxation.
They don't know what it takes, but
they see
it still don't
no
stop
taxes.
them from saying.
Oh, no,
you gotta start in the mind.
Yeah, because the mind, they see
Yeah.
no taxes. They like, hold on, I made $500 today. Just say a beautiful, blessed day, and you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But wouldn't that encourage you a little bit though?
No, it does.
Like,
It does.
like-
Well,
But
you
they don't
said-
know. But then they don't know the real ownership. Like, okay, now that I got my own business, I have to have the LLC.
Right. You gonna have,
and all these things. Because we have to touch it.
Absolutely right.
But I want to touch on this.
But do you see a person working a 9 to 5
No.
say the basic
But
thing?
you know
I
why?
want to own it.
But
Yeah.
that's why I want to
That's
touch on this,
what I'm
because
saying.
you don't see it. But some of them want to own something, but they don't want to own that. And see, anything when you don't pay taxes,
right.
you want to own that a little bit more.
Well, you
Until
are supposed to pay your taxes.
No,
and-
you are. That's
right.
why I didn't.
Right.
That's why I want y'all to give me a second.
Right.
Because I wanted to give them the LLCs and tell them, okay, you have to pay taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And then now because a lot of them get into this now and be like, oh damn, I didn't know Cal was paying taxes.
Right.
You know, so we
You think
want
that
them
would
to
still
understand-
stop them?
No,
At
it
the end
wouldn't
of the
stop.
day,
It
I
wouldn't
want to
stop.
be like Cal anyway.
No.
So I'm paying the taxes.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know.
but it wouldn't
But
stop.
I'ma do
It
it.
wouldn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't stop all of them. But it'll stop a nice few of them.
Yeah, of course.
Because they don't know
No doubt
what it
about that.
is. Because one thing we have to say in this whole conversation, a lot of people don't understand sacrifice. And Cal Cal had to make a lot of sacrifice.
I mean, sacrifice is a part of it.
But when you work in this corporation and you become a slave to the corporation.
Safety in a job.
Yeah. You
Safety and
job
security.
safety.
In a job.
And
You feel
in a job.
secure.
Secure.
You know, that check
But-
comes.
And then you look at it and you're like, well, I don't have to worry about this, which is the job
There you
safety.
go.
And this and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have to worry about them firing that ass or that business going down. So it's good to have a trade and hand skills. It's
Mhm.
great,
Like you
beautiful.
said, definitely.
Planning, preparation beats poor performance. So plan for anything you do, barber, mechanic, whatever it is. And I mean, I don't think we could elaborate on some more. Did we miss anything?
Nah, we talking to one of the originators, man.
I wouldn't
You
be
understand what I'm
I've
saying?
been around a long time, but I wasn't
You
the
know?
originator.
Well,
Ain't
you
been that
named-
long.
We named some boroughs. And
Yeah.
we named some
He
high.
named some people.
Yeah.
We named some people. I mean, we named Diddy Mo,
Right.
one of Harlem's finest.
Yeah.
I named Fredro Starr. Actually, we didn't name Terry. Terry, one
Terry,
of the
right.
one of the first that we know of in our community to franchise.
Right. Mr. Plenty, man. You got my man from I Cut Pro. What's his name? Todd. Forget his last name. You got Sneed the Barber. Like I said, Van the Barber. I mean, all these cats.
But you know, Van
it's
and
cat-
them, MTV.
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
Van and them.
Yeah.
I mean, you name some names. You know, they prospered. And it's a beautiful thing.
And like he said, the hip hop culture got the Cazelles on, the
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
I mean, look at the culture here, man.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
person
yeah,
that
yeah.
own it. You know what I'm saying? I want to cut too. Come here, I say, let me get
Yeah.
fly. You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
I come here already.
Yeah, no doubt. No
I come
doubt.
here already. But yo, listen, man. I'm Alley Cat.
I'm Twin.
This is Cool Cal.
Coolest of the
Cal.
cool.
Barber. Rockhead Barbershop
Come here,
142.
please.
World's famous Rockhead's Barbershop.
That's right.
We are the culture.
One and only.
Peace and love, people.
Peace and love.
This is